half empty bed. It seems like you just left instead of staying here beside me all night long. You're shy, the pillow's cold. It's not you, but still I hold it. I'm just hoping you're not really gone. Cause I can't stop thinking about the way that your eyes glow. Like the sun and the rain make a rainbow. Turns out there was something that you didn't know. Let me tell ya, you're all that I want. You're all that I need. Tell me what you're looking for, cause I'ma give you everything. You're all that I want. Ooh, ooh, you're all that I need. You're in every ray of sunshine and in every breath that I breathe. You're all that I want.
We are here because you're doing backyard performing. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, like 6 years ago I started doing a bunch of house concerts because I found it was one of the easiest ways to connect with people. Instead of getting them to come to me, I was like, I'm going to go to you. And then I kind of took a break from it and realized that I really missed it. And so when I had the opportunity to come back to BC and Alberta this summer, I thought, hey, what better way to celebrate with people and get outside and play some music for them than house concerts.
And you put it out on social media and everything. People had to apply to have you come.
That's right.
But how did that whole process go?
Well, we put an application up on my website that basically had a list of dates that you could choose from, so you could kind of choose your first, second, and third priority, and you could tell us, kind of a little bit about your backyard space, what you were planning on doing, and then we would go through them and look and see who had applied and who, was like, oh, I can get, 50 people, 60 people, 70 people, 80 people, whatever they could do, and then we just tried to route them accordingly, and we were able to do so. So we got to go, through the interior BC. We're back in Vancouver right now, and we went to Alberta, and we did Calgary, Edmonton, and 2 shows in Medicine Hat. So it's been a blast.
That's crazy. And were there any stipulations, like if people could only get 20 people out, did that matter?
It did, yeah. We said the minimum had to be 40 people, and they charge an admission price or whatever for them to come in. So there's sort of a minimum that they have to get. And the idea behind that is we didn't want people just paying me to come and play in the backyard, because then we become background music instead of people paying a ticket price, where then they're coming to watch a show and they feel invested in it. So then they actually, get to enjoy the experience because they feel like they've paid for it.
How do you choose what songs you're going to play at something like this?
I kind of have a list of songs that I love playing, and then I have songs that I know people love hearing, and then I have a few, covers and stuff like that that I think are really fun to add in, so it keeps it up and fun. And I don't always play the same songs at every house concert. It really depends. If it's a really chill vibe kind of audience, then we sort of tend to sway more to the singer-songwriter stuff. And if it's people that are getting a little more high energy and maybe having more red wine, then we end up adding a few up-tempo songs so that they get up dancing.
And obviously it's fans that are applying for you to come to their backyards. Mm-hmm. So are they putting in requests as well? And do you go with that at all?
If there's been a couple on this tour where people have been like, oh, play this song, it's my favorite. And I'm like, well, you're the one that brought me to your house, so yeah, we'll play it. So there was one that I played their wedding 5 years ago in Canmore, and they asked me if I would play the song that I had played at their wedding, which was one of my tunes, and so I, of course, obliged to do that.
What's been your favorite part of the whole process so far?
My favorite part is, there's two things that I love about it. One is being able to connect with these people, not only the people that are throwing the house concerts, but also to be able to connect with their friends and their family and the people that they invite. The other part that I love is when new people come out and they've trusted their friend and they said, yeah, okay, I'm going to come to this party because you told me some guy's playing and I don't know who it is, but I'm going to come. And they come and they have a really enjoyable, unforgettable experience on a beautiful summer night outside in somebody's backyard with 50 of their closest friends. And at the end of it, when they come up and they're like, that was a really, really special night. I hope we get to see you again. And that kind of thing is really special, because they're not just coming to a club where they can, pay too much money for drinks. They're coming out to a backyard. They're taking a risk. They're giving up one of their nights to come and hang out with me, essentially. And so when they enjoy it, it makes me happy.
And you're all about special, unforgettable moments. I want to talk about Ethiopia.
Oh, yes.
That's huge and definitely unforgettable. What are you doing?
I don't have all the details of it yet. The premise, though, that we've been working off of is there's an organization out of Medicine Hat called Canadian Humanitarian, and it's run, there's a bunch of people that it takes to run it, but essentially it's two people. It's Dr. Northcott and his wife, Deb Northcott, and the two of them back in '94 went to Ethiopia because they had adopted 2 children. And so when Dr. Northcott went over there to adopt these 2 children, he actually kind of had the attitude of like, I got 5 kids already and I don't really need to complicate my life. But his wife was like, I really, really think that we need to do something to help out. So he went over to pick them up, and when he got there, he's like, this is like the tip of an iceberg. Like, we need to help out more. And so he's basically devoted his life to help children be adopted from Ethiopia. But he says that's kind of like the exception, not the rule, because so many of them have to stay there, and so we need to go over there and help make their life better. So he started a bunch of different sort of community areas where they can teach the kids, English. They can teach them all sorts of different things, because a lot of the kids that are in these centers, they choose like 50 to 70 of the highest risk youth, that if they didn't put them through these centers, they would basically be homeless. And so the Ethiopian government does allow them to go to college, but they have to get a certain grade point average, and they have to pass a certain amount of tests. These kids wouldn't even have the chance of passing these tests if they didn't have these after-school programs that are put on by Canadian Humanitarian. So the other thing that I think is beautiful about what this organization does is they've actually gone over and trained a lot of Ethiopian students to become the doctors and to become the teachers and to become the people that are doing things. So it's not about us going over from the first world and just being like, here, we're here, get some pictures, and then we leave.
Yeah, we're here for a week.
Exactly.
See ya.
Exactly. It's much more long-term than that. So they're already seeing some of these kids that they started with that were homeless kids that would have no chance whatsoever. They're now going on to med school, and they're going on to become lawyers and teachers, and it's just really like heartwarming to see this. So they approached me and said, is there any chance that you would want to go over to Ethiopia and bring some of your fans so that they can experience what's happening over here and help out? And I don't still know exactly what we're doing, but I know that we will be running a competition to offer 2 fans a trip for free to come to Ethiopia with us. There will also be another opportunity if you just want to pay your own way. And they're going to be coming over with me for 2 or 3 weeks, and we're just basically doing whatever they need us to. If there's garbage in ditches that needs taking out, we're taking it out. It's not there's no way it's a luxury trip. It's not there's no 5-star hotels, nothing like that. We may have power, we may not. We're just going to go over and do what we need to do, and hopefully it turns into an annual thing, and we can make a lasting impact in their lives, and I'm sure that they'll make a lasting impact in ours.
And that's quite the commitment to make. I mean, you're going into something essentially not knowing what to expect. And I mean, you could be continuing to do shows for your fans or, whoever else, but instead you're going to help out in Ethiopia. That's amazing.
I think, it's always been something on my mind that even when I started doing this whole music thing, it was more to be able to connect people. Like you play music, and for some reason it opens a door. It doesn't matter what language you speak or like what race you are, what you believe in. As soon as you play music, it just seems like people seem to be more embracing of the conversation you want to have with them. And so for me, originally, it was to get out and meet people, and it's always been not just the people that are close, but also the people that need a little bit more help. And so to be given this opportunity is really, really cool, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And will you, I would assume that you travel with your guitar.
Of course. My guitar was made in Africa, so it's got to come back. Yeah, it's got to go back.
And I'm sure you'll play along the way.
You know what? I've been told that the Ethiopians are very, very excited about music, and I have a feeling they're going to be teaching me a lot. But apparently they're also very open to it, so I'm really excited to play some songs for them.
That's so wicked.
Yeah.
Playing songs, you are going to be at the Peony on the 20th.
That's right.
Tell us about it.
I'm going to be at the Peony on the 20th. It's going to be awesome. I have the whole.
Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing. I have the whole band. We're playing the Chevrolet stage. I think it's called the Mosaic Music Series. Victoria Duffield is on first. She's at 7:30, and then I go on at 9. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. I'm so pumped. I think I played Peony like 3 years ago, maybe, and it was like one of the funnest shows. And so I'm amped to get back there and play.
And to be a part of something that is an annual thing in BC. I mean, for them to have you back, that's got to mean something, right? It
does. Yeah, it's. I think they all had fun when we were there last year, or whatever year we were there, and for them to invite me back is really cool. You're right. Yeah, it is really cool. I'm excited.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
And what's next for you? Are you going back to LA? Are you playing shows there?
Well, I have 2 shows left after the Peony in the Okanagan. I'm playing at a beautiful winery in Lake Country called Ex Nihilo. It's 2 really, really intimate shows, about 70 people each. And it's just, my music goes well with wine. So I'll be there, and I'll play those 2 shows, and then I have 1 day off in Vernon, which is my hometown, and then we fly out the next day back to Los Angeles. Yeah. Crazy. It should be awesome.
We're so busy, and I'm so happy that you are.
Thank you.
And we're going to get you on something a little higher than this. We're going to get you to Ellen.
Okay.
We're totally doing it.
We're doing it.
And
I want to be friends with her.
yeah, that would be all right. Hey,
be awesome.
you know, and maybe get on the show.
Yeah, that'd be fun
Yeah.
too.
You know my next question. I hope that you've done me, you know,
The justice?
justice. Yeah.
Okay, I think I did.
Can you show me your
I
socks?
hope I did. Okay, this is the show me your socks.
Are those Psy?
Yeah, that's Psy.
That's amazing.
I have Gangnam Style socks.
Those are wicked.
I can't point my toes real well. I'm not a dancer. I'm a
Are
musician.
you telling me you don't have any ballet experience? Come
I
on.
have Psy socks right now.
And both match?
Hey, you know what? I might have borrowed them from my brother, but I won't tell you that. Yes, they both match.
Those are awesome. I'm impressed.
Whoop, 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 open Gangnam Style. See,
And
great.
they dance.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
It was my pleasure.
And I can take it to a distant place of life. Like a chicken cherry cola. Anytime I need my it's a close my eyes. I know you can do a distant place of life. My poker face. Like a chicken cherry cola. Anytime I need my it's a close my eyes. I know you can do a distant place of life. My poker face. Like a chicken cherry cola. You guys have been awesome. Thanks so much. My name's Andrew Allen. We'll see you again soon.